everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and today I've gotten my hands on the new Sonia G Keyaki brush set, and I want to give a major shout out and thank you to both Sonia G and Lilas for sending over these brushes to me for my consideration. And as you all know, I adore both Lilas as well as Sonia G. They are both friends to the Kel Belles, so I'm so excited to have these brushes because I love everything Sonia G does. Like, let's just go ahead and put that out there. I love Sonia G. She makes some of my absolute favorite brushes in my entire collection, and I've said so many times that that G in Sonia G's name stands for genius. So I'm so excited that I finally have my hands on these brushes, and I don't know if you all got a chance to check out our Behind the Beauty episode that we did with Sonia G. It was our season 2 closer, so definitely make sure you check that out if you haven't already, and I will have a link to that interview down in the description box. But in that interview, she sort of hinted around to some things that she's going to be dropping in the near future, and this is one of the things that she talked about. So I have it here. The final project is here, and I am just over the moon because Sonia G just can do no wrong in my eyes. So the specifics are as follows. This brush set comes as a set, so you are not able to purchase these brushes individually, but it is priced at $125 and you get all 5 of these brushes. Now, 3 of the brushes are re-promoted brushes that she's already had in her line, and those are the eye brushes. And then 2 brushes are new, which are the face brushes. So these brushes are designed, as you all can see, as mini brushes. So they're a bit smaller, so you can take these brushes with you as you travel, or if you're a person who just likes to use mini brushes. These are very comfortable to hold in the hand, and you're able to do your makeup using this entire set of brushes, and I will show you all that in the demonstration portion of this video. These brushes are beautiful as per usual. Sonia G truly understands the visuals of brushes, and no detail goes overlooked with her, and that's what I love and respect so much about her, and just her craftsmanship and how much she truly pours into the creation of her brushes. So these are a bit different than all of the other brushes that she has in her permanent line. So these have a matte black ferrule, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And then as you all can see, the handle is made of wood. And the wood is what gives these brushes the name Keyaki. And this wood comes from a Japanese type tree called the Zelkova tree, I believe it's pronounced, and that is a type of elm tree. It is a very beautiful, sturdy type tree. These are not very heavy to hold. They're still very lightweight, but you all can tell that every detail was super well thought out, and I love, love, love wooden handled brushes. That is my thing. I think that is beautiful. It looks so sophisticated and it just looks timeless. So the description for this set says that it is 5 Sonia G designed artisan crafted brushes in a mini size that's perfect for travel or on the go application. The Keyaki mini brush set gives you everything you need to create a complete look in one pint-sized package. This limited edition set is made in small batches, so once it's gone for good. So let's just go through all 5 of the brushes, and then we'll get into the demonstration. So first we have the flat definer, which is a smaller type brush, and I have my original flat definer here. And as you all can see, these brushes are the exact same with the exception of the bristles. So the original one had the dyed bristles, and the new one has undyed Psychoho goat hair bristles, which means that you can now use this brush with both cream and powder products, and not just powder products like the original one is intended for. Next we have the mini booster, and the same thing with the original one to the new one. A difference in the bristles, and the new bristles have the undyed Psychoho goat hair. Lastly, we have to compare the jumbo blender. Same thing. Different bristles, same brush. I noticed no difference in these brushes from the originals to the new ones, with the exception of the type of hair. And even though the hair has changed, the softness of the brush is still relatively the same. So you don't have to worry about the new brushes being scratchy or them being too soft or just changing that much. It is a very small difference in how the brushes feel, but the main difference is that now you can use these products with more and not just be limited to just using them with powder products to not ruin the bristles. And then we have the face brushes. This one is the mini base. This one is a new brush. She does not have a brush like this already in her arsenal. And this one is a mix of the Psychoho goat hair in addition to synthetic hairs. This brush can be used for all type of cream and liquid products as well as powder products if you want to. And you know, something else that you may want to use this for is cream contour or bronzer or something like that, or cream blush, in addition to using this for your all over face products if you choose to do so. And then we have the classic face brush, which this one also is a new brush, but it reminds me of one of her other brushes, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Gotta stay tuned. But this one has a mix of the dyed and undyed bristles. So I'm excited to use these. Just know that these brushes are limited edition, and I think this price point is pretty reasonable. So I expect for this set to sell out pretty fast. So if you want this, go ahead and pounce on it. You know, you probably don't have too much time to think about it because Sonia G stuff is popular and it goes like this, honey. It goes like this. So let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comments section, and I hope that you all enjoy this video. So I'm going to go in with the Jumbo Blender first and my cream eyeshadow. This one is a Paint Pot by MAC and it's called Painterly. And you can definitely do this if you want to. You can use a cream or you can use a powder. So I'm just going to take this brush and apply this all across my eyelid until it's completely even and buffed out. And this brush covers a good amount of ground at one time. So you don't really have to go back in and worry about it taking too long. You can just apply your eyeshadow quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like it. So I'm going to go into the Viseart Petite for Lilas, and I'm going to take the Mini Booster. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here and take that in my crease and diffuse it out. And this brush technically is a defining brush, so it's going to apply it a little bit more concentrated. I'm going to dip into this color next, and I'm going to take that on the outer corner. Again, with the Mini Booster, it's a very small detailed brush that's going to allow me to really pack on this color exactly where I want it to go. And I like how detailed this brush is to really allow me to pack on that color and also blend it out if I need to. So it's giving me a little bit of versatility here. It can act as a blending brush if I needed to, or if I need to use it to really define my outer corner or pack on color, I can do that as well. Wiping off my Jumbo Blender, I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to pack that on my lid. Ooh, this color is really pretty. So this brush is allowing me to really pack on this color and apply it in a fast way because it's covering a lot of ground at one time. Flat definer time, and I love this brush for so many reasons. It's so small, so it's going to fit perfectly on my eye area, and it's not going to overpower. And it's going to allow me to have control on where I'm applying my eyeshadow because my eyes are sensitive. My eyes are watering now. And it's really important for me to not get eyeshadow in my eyes as much as possible. I'm going to dip into this shade right here and pop that on as my inner tear duct color and then blend it over. I really like this brush because you can get right in there, like I said, and just really pop that color on right where you want it to be. You can also use this brush to apply a color on the lid if you want to be very technical with your placement, but for me the Jumbo definer will be fine. But if you have smaller eyes, you may want to go in with this one and just really take your time, pack on that color. Now I want to kind of abandon the eyes and work on my complexion. I want to go in with the Lancome Feel So Good foundation, and I'm going to take that and apply it with my mini base brush, and I'm just going to go right in with the foundation on the brush and buff it in. I really like this foundation just for super easy days. This is the kind of foundation that I would pack if I were going on a trip, and you know, I just want to have something on, but I don't want to be just super glam at the moment. You can apply any type of foundation with this brush, but you know, I'm just thinking of what I would pack if I were going out of town. I would pack this, and I would maybe pack another more full coverage glam type foundation. So this brush allows you to buff out your foundation all on your face. It is a smaller brush, so for me it's going to take a bit longer to buff this out than if I had a larger brush, quite obviously, because I do have larger cheeks. I really like how smooth this brush is, but it's still compact and it's small, so you can be really detailed with where you put in your foundation and really only apply the foundation where you need it to be. Super beautiful, very smooth, and I really like that this brush is soft, but it's not so soft to where it's just pushing around product on your face. It still blends it out really nicely. So this is great. And then I'm also going to use this brush for my concealer because it's small enough to really fit in that nook right underneath my eyes. Concealer, I'm going to go into the Shiseido Synchro Skin Concealer and apply just a bit of that. So I'm just going to pack this on and then blend it out, you know, right on the edge, right where the foundation is, but I just want this to be applied pretty compactly. Ooh, this brush is soft enough to work underneath my very sensitive under eyes, so it's not irritating to me. And a lot of brushes are irritating to me underneath my eyes, so I do like this. Ooh, that's a beautiful blend. I need to set. Let's go in with the Classic Face. So this one is a deluxe sample that I got from By Terry, and this one is the Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. So I'm going to go in with that. This brush is a bit longer, so what I have to do is look up carefully, pat this on so it doesn't get all in my eye. So then I'm just going to sweep after I get it set like this with my eyes closed. Very soft brush. And it just really hugs that under eye area to make sure that that powder is being applied just there. So that's nice. So I'm going to take this same brush and set all over my face using my regular MAC powder. Typically, I will go in with a bit of a larger brush just to cover more ground a bit faster. I'm a person who likes to powder all over. I love a good setting powder, but if you're trying to condense what you're taking, this will work just fine. I'm also going to use this brush for bronzer. Yes. Nice diffusion of the bronzer. It's a nice multi-purposeful brush. I love the way that this brush blended everything out. I think that's beautiful. I'm going to use the same brush for my highlight as well as my blush too. So I'm going to take a bit of Wayne Goss's Coral Rose. Just use that to highlight. Yes. Get into this cheek. So I'm going to go ahead and add some liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. We can do the lower lash line together. Let's go in with Lilas. And I'm going to take that all across the lower lash line with the exception of the inner corner. So just all across. And then I'm going to go back in with Fondant. Take that on the inner portion again with this little bitty brush. That is beautiful. So let me go ahead and add some mascara on the lower lashes, and I'll be back and we can talk about everything. Well, Sonia has done it again. Sonia G, and that G stands for genius. She has given us gold, and I love this brush set. I think that it is very beautiful. It's very functional. I love that it's petite, so you can use these on the go if you need to. These are perfect for travel. They're perfect for touch-ups, so putting them in your purse. And if you want to use them at home, these shapes are beautiful. And as you all can see, I love the way that they applied my makeup, so I think that they are perfect for applying makeup and getting a beautiful makeup application. But I love how these brushes are also versatile and you can use them in a multitude of ways. So the face brushes are beautiful. As you all can see, I did my entire face using these two brushes. So both of these brushes are truly all that you need to do your face if you want to. And what I admire so much about Sonia's brushes are that not only are they beautiful to look at, which these are So gorgeous. I love the wood handle. I love the matte black ferrule. They are highly functional, so you're going to get a beautiful makeup application no matter which brush you select from her. And I love the feel of the bristles of these brushes. These feel very nice on the skin. I have sensitive skin, so they don't irritate, but they don't push around products either. So they're going to be that perfect middle ground of being soft but also being able to blend. And that's what I love so much about Sonia G's brushes. She is truly the GOAT at creating very beautiful functional brushes that are still super soft, but they give you a very nice makeup application. And I love the bristles that she selected for these. The mini base feels super lush. I like the mix of synthetic hair with the Psychoho goat hair because it blends out that foundation and you don't feel like your foundation is getting absorbed into this brush, and it also doesn't feel like it's just pushing it around. You truly can see how this brush diffuses that product in and gives you a very beautiful flawless application. So I really like that. The classic face brush with the mix of the dyed and undyed Psychoho goat hair is really cool as well. So you don't have to worry about this brush being too delicate. So whenever you're on the go and you need to do touch-ups, you can just go in with this brush and it's going to allow you to do that without it being fragile or anything like that, because it has the dyed and the undyed hair. So I feel very comfortable using this brush to set my foundation, because as you all know, sometimes when you're using foundation that is a bit more emollient and then you go in with your powder brush, sometimes the powder brush can kind of pick up a bit of that foundation and it can change the way that the bristles feel. So with this being a mixture of the dyed and the undyed hair, it just sets beautifully without feeling like it's being weighed down by the formulation of the foundation. So I do enjoy this quite a bit. And again, this brush is versatile. As you all saw, I set my entire face using it. I used it to do my highlighter, my bronzer, and my blush. Now, ordinarily, I would prefer a brush that's a bit larger than this to set my entire face. But as a travel set, this is perfect because I don't have to worry about packing a lot of different things, because I can get my entire life just using this brush. And it is super soft and it picks up all of the formulations of powder that I used. So I really like that. And this brush is pretty unique in my collection. I don't have a lot of this style where it's a bit flatter but it's still fluffy at the same time. Of the brushes that I can see really quickly, the most similar one that I have to this is the classic cheek brush, also by Sonia G. I think this brush is very similar. It may be just a bit more fluffy, but also I do have to go in and give these a good washing, so this one may bloom a little bit more as well. So I would say these brushes are very similar. So use it for your cheek area, use it for all over, and just use it how you need to use it when you're using it, okay? The eye brushes, love them. These are all re-promoted brushes, but she has changed the bristle type. So all of these have undyed hairs, so you don't have to worry about if you're using cream or if you're using powder, if it's going to ruin them, because with the undyed hairs, you can safely use cream products and you don't have to worry about them losing their color or bleeding or just ruining the bristles. It just further enhances their functionality, especially if you're traveling with them. You don't have to baby them too much, even though they're Sonia G. So you know inherently we're all gonna baby them kind of anyways, but you don't have to worry about that because these are workhorse brushes. But as far as brush shapes for travel, this is pretty much all I need. If I were going to add anything in the mix, it would be a larger fluffy brush to blend out my crease. But other than that, I have my eyeshadow brush for my lid, I have my defining brush, and I have a smaller, more tapered blending brush to blend out and pack on wherever I need to. This is a great selection of brushes to pick for a smaller set. So I think she did a good job curating this set. I think she did a good job with changing the bristles. That speaks to her genius. I think these are a great size for traveling, as well as having mini brushes if you need to keep something for on the go. I'm so glad she came out with this. I think this is a great gift if you want to gift someone some brushes, or if you're looking to update your travel brushes. get some of these because this is not going to have you sacrificing quality just because you need something smaller and more compact for when you're on the go. She's got you covered. So thank you so much, Sonia G and Beautylish, for sending over these brushes. I absolutely adore them. You all know I love Sonia G. Let me know your thoughts on these down in the comment section. Do you plan on picking them up? Let me know. I cannot wait to see what you guys have to say. And I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.